The following program contains adult language, poor taste in jokes, racial slurs, political slurs, slants, and all sorts of things that if you are sensitive and have a delicate constitution, you should probably go watch Teletubbies. You were warned. Here. Wham! Okay? You could put the tape over here, and solder to that leg without getting any solder on it with Captain tape. But what we use it for is it's extremely lightweight, and it's much more light than a zip strip. Okay? So, for micro builds, this is the cat's ass. Okay? But even for macro builds, if you've got the room. I know on my Zebruh build, I didn't really have the angulation that I needed. But for this guy, might need a little bit more. Yep, didn't make it long enough. This stuff is great because it's reasonably water retardant. It's stupid sticky, and it weighs absolutely nothing. So if you're putting on your, that's bad. If you're putting on your wires, this is also really, really good to hold down the wires to your flight controller as well. And you've seen this on circuit boards. If you've ever taken apart anything like a Nintendo or whatever else, you see this funky ass looking tape. That's Captain tape. Kapton tape. Let's take this off. Great stuff. So we are going to put this on.
So that just adds an extra bit of stability.
Yep. In case our double-side tape ever wants to take off,
Absolutely.
no big deal. I'll tell you what, to save time, I'm going to do one more, and then we're just going to, I'll finish this up after the video because nobody needs to see my dumb ass putting tape on. You get the idea. This stuff is literally, I paid $5 for this roll off of Amazon, and I put it on a link, and I had a tech tip the other day about Captain tape, and Ian obviously didn't fucking watch it.
I'll be going back and watching that.
Yeah. And I'll finish this up later. And it's $5, and this should last you reasonably a lifetime. I mean, it's a lot. It's so thin. And it is used in the semiconductor world, or the world I work in. And it's very strong. It's almost like a cellophane. And if you can put it on like I just did right there, it's a little bit better because you don't get your greasy ass man hands all over it. But I'll finish up the rest of it later. Okay, so I am going to take this off, and we're going to stick this onto the top plate. Just because tomorrow we are going to test this bird. I'm just going to leave it down there. We're going to plug our VTX in. Always make note of where your pins are. If they're on the top or the bottom. In this case, they're on the bottom, so that should slide right in. Bam. I do suggest you take a little bit of hot glue and put a little bit of hot glue on there. I have had many times these things vibrate loose. Many, many times, actually. And we're going to throw a screw in here. Now, one thing I do recommend is don't tighten your screws down all the way until you get them all in. Why is that, Black Hawk?
Well, you can cause things to come off keel, so to speak. If you tighten one side down, you might not be able to tighten the opposite side down because of the tension or the torque that's against it. So if you leave them all loose, you get them all started, and then tighten them down like you said earlier in a star pattern, you don't have to worry about maybe not lining threads up, cross threading, right. Something like that.
Let's be realistic, kids. As much as we love to say everything's great, machined amazing, and everything fits perfectly, and I learned this in my world of robotics that I do. It's the exact same thing. We used to put robot covers on the sides of the arms. You never wanted to tighten everything down at the same time because you might not get them to fit. So we're missing one screw. use this guy.
Plus, it's the one time that you tighten them all down that you realize you forgot that one screw or that one nut,
Yeah,
or that one wire that you got to put back in.
It's like, ah, shit. And really, he's right. Usually when I do a build, that screw isn't even the right one. Usually when I do a build, I don't even, I'll put down like 1 or 2 screws. I don't even do the whole thing. That's okay. We're going to finish this up. You guys don't need to see me put screws in either. So we're just going to tighten these down. And especially with the Hellbender, one thing that I have noticed is that I think their anodized aluminum camera mount was kind of an afterthought. It's not the most perfect fit. I mean, it fits fine, don't worry about it. But, you know, I wouldn't tighten everything down until you get everything threaded in first. And we're just going to stick my receiver in there. Because like I said, we're going to be pulling that receiver out. I'm going to make this a little bit neater, obviously, before I send it to our buddy overseas. Well, it's going to Texas. It's not going overseas. But make sure all the right screws are in. All that good stuff. Because I got a little bit of mismatch here. So there you go. That is pretty much it. What can you think? We still have to cap on these tapes, tape these ESCs, which we'll do in a bit. No need to have people watch that. Tomorrow, I'm going to have this thing completely done, and it'll be nice and neat, and all the screws will be right and tight. And we'll have the props on, and I'll go through Betaflight and show you how to flash BL Heli S with put the turtle mode on for the Betaflight 3.2 and the internal servo, the beepers and all that stuff. So this thing will be totally done. I don't believe in, you know, doing a start to finish perfect build, because you guys get the idea. Anything else you'd like to add?
Not really. I really like the amount of room and availability in there with the all-in-one.
That's sick. Look at that thing.
That's
It's like had some organs removed, right? I mean, it's actually cleaner than mine.
It is.
And when I show you guys this tomorrow, the totally finished, cleaned up version, you'll be like, damn, there's mine. Not as nice as his. So Zebruh's just absolutely phenomenal. So let's, real quick, we don't have the props on. That's fine. We don't have the battery strap on. That's fine. We're going to do the scale that tells no lies that everybody can see.
Hey, I forgot you upgraded.
Let's play the quad is right.
The quad is right.
The quad is right. Pick a weight.
Pick a weight. What? Okay, let me ask you a legitimate question first. What does yours weigh?
Which one?
The one that you're running your all-in-one on.
287.
287.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
287. With props.
With props. I'm going to call this at 275.
Woo! I'm going to call it 280. And we're going to put props on there too. This has the receiver. This has everything to fly.
Ah!
Oh! Bam. I win.
You win.
Did I say 287?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck me, that's pretty good for drinking, kids. I don't care who you are. 288, but I bet if you do a little bit of this, little Chinese scale.
Bounce around.
But we throw, let's throw 4 props on. 1, 2. Okay.
Maybe.
Polak joke. Watch this. No offense to the Polish. I love the Polish. But here. Great sausage. 300. I was still right.
You were still right.
That's pretty. 304. That is balls that clank, though. Because, like I said in my review the other day, any quad that's 200, 210, 220 that's under 350 is like, bam, hot chick fast. I mean, that is awesome. I personally, because I fly like an idiot, I like about a 350.
Agreed.
I really do. Because it's got, I fly freestyle, if you want to call it that. It's more like fuck style. You know, yeah, it's bad. But I like them a little bit heavier because they have that inertia and I just kind of understand where it's going. I'm not that good of a pilot. I have got what is this pig? Here's one of my Hellbenders.
Now that's the V1.
This is the V1, so this is stupid light. 281 all up. That's with a battery strap, the whole 9. But I guarantee you, I can fly Zebruhs better than I can fly mine. This one. My other one weighs like 310 or something like that, 320. I honestly like about 350. That's my happy spot. It really is. And I went on about this with my Friday night rant the other day about which is better, a light frame or heavy frame. Everything in this hobby is subjective. It truly, truly is. Some people like flying with an 1800 milliamp battery. I think that's like flying with a fucking boat anchor, but some people like it. I like a 1300 milliamp battery. I like about a 2600 kV motor, a 350 gram quad, and you know what? I crashed that just as good as a light one. Ask him. I mean, seriously, I fly like a fucking moron. I am not a talented pilot by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said the other day, you guys, if you want to tune in to watch somebody fly well, you're not watching my channel. You're watching somebody that can fly well.
But you know what? Sometimes it pays just as much to be lucky as it does to be good.
And sometimes, I mean, I'm lucky. This is true. But usually I'm lucky when I'm not recording, which is sad, you know, but either way. So this has been a build video in a very, very fucking half-assed way. And it's meant to be fun. Obviously, anybody watching this probably isn't getting laid because you got better things to do.
Upside down, upside down.
I put them on there for, ew. Okay. Tomorrow, when I finish this video out without the fucking comic relief here, it's going to look nice and neat and tight, but you guys get the idea. That is basically how we build. I build a quad, no shit, in usually hour and 10 minutes. But I've built a lot of them, and that's not saying you should rush it. You know, half the fun of this hobby is going out to the garage, sitting down with a drink holder, and just having a good time and talking with your buddies and having a good joke and just relaxing and having fun. That's what it's about. Don't make it tense. Don't get stressed out about it. And the best advice I ever had with my career or hobbies or women or anything else is, if you get frustrated and you get stuck, fucking walk away. Turn around, go make yourself a drink, grab your old lady's ass, go play frisbee with your kid, do whatever it is. Take a break, take an hour, because when you stare at something, and I've done this with multi-million-dollar projects, you're staring, and you just can't fucking figure it out. You go out, have a cigarette, do whatever you do, come back in, and all of a sudden, bam! It's like, oh my God, why didn't I see that? I'm telling you, take a break. The whole point of having a hobby is relaxing and having fun and bonding with your buds and just doing that kind of thing. So enjoy yourself, have fun. Tomorrow we are going to have the finished product. It's going to look a little bit neater, hopefully. And we'll go through the beta flight configuration and BLHeliS and all that. So, my friend, do you have anything to add?
No, I think you covered it really well. The biggest thing is, like Jay said, make it fun. This is supposed to be a hobby. When I first got into it, my wife, she opened up Pandora's box. She bought me a little toy Hubson, you know, and I played all winter long with that thing, landed it all on the coaster, taking it off from a coaster on my coffee table. And,
He better than me.
you know, I mean, that's not saying much. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But no, really, you know, it's all about fun. It's all about being able to relax, get out with people you enjoy being around, and just having a good time. And if you can't do that, you might want to find something new, you know, find something you can relax on, find something that's going to get your attention away from it. But this, you know, it's a great hobby, you know, at least for me, it's technology based. You learn stuff while you do it. You meet great people. You meet intelligent people at that. Sometimes.
I'm not one of them, you know.
But still, I mean, you know, it's a really great time. So, you know, if you start getting to that point where it's becoming more of a chore than it is a hobby,
walk away.
Step back.
Absolutely.
It's not worth it.
And that's what it is. And I think that's, you know, you guys hear me bitch at Bardwell and do all these things and joke around, and it isn't just. It really is. I mean, Bardwell's fine. Anybody who contributes to this hobby is a good soul. Yep. And I am, you know, a lot of things. We all are a lot of things. What you see on YouTube isn't how people are necessarily. It might be part of their personality, but have fun with it. Make it relaxing. Get away from the wife and kids, or the husband and kids if you're a chick, and just do your thing. And you know what? I will spend, and you can ask Blackhawk, I will spend 3 days working on a bird. Look at this fucking thing. Hang on. I built this from an X210. And you're thinking, that is not a fucking X210. I did. This is a Y4 quad, race quad, built from an X210. With a lot of Dremel tool, a little bit of ingenuity, and it flies like a scalded fucking dog. And you can ask my buddy here, I will literally spend 2 or 3 days on a bird. I will go out and fly it into a football post as fast as I can. You know why? Because it's fucking fun. And it's a way to get out aggression. It's much better than wearing rubber underwear and killing kittens in the basement. It just is. That whole serial killer wearing a dress. Oh, wait. No. Scratch that. That's a Bardwell joke. I didn't mean to do that. You get what I'm saying, though.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Yes. Put Precious in the basket. You know, whatever it was. Seriously. And I think we've had a lot of fun doing this. We have totally fucked around. I had it in my head that we were going to make a lot of jokes and have this beautiful build. This build has turned into a bag of ass. I mean, look at my fucking workbench. Bam! It's terrible. I mean, this guy over here is having a fucking coronary. The bird's going to fly like a scalded dog. I am going to neaten it up, and you're going to see it tomorrow. It's going to be really nice. My brother Zebruh FPV is going to be like getting a Hellbender when he... Well, it's going to be better now. He's going to get a Hellbender when he comes home with these beautiful motors and this beautiful FC, and it's just going to fly like a dog on fire. And a couple things, I do want to go on a political rant, and it's not a political rant. It's really not. It's not right wing. It's not left wing. It's about right and wrong. And the whole point of this, of me and Blackhawk getting together, building this bird, and I did this bird for Zebruh FPV. Everybody on my channel did this bird for Zebruh FPV, and all the guys that he is with, because he has made this country, he has made it possible for us, like I said earlier, to scratch our balls and mow our lawns and be with our wives and do these all these other things while he's got camel spiders crawling up his ass. And that is just absolutely, I can't even fathom it. It's amazing, and it's beautiful, and it's we can't thank you enough for that. And seriously, I'm a very retrospective person, and I can't thank you enough. The men and women that have died for this country since day one, World War II, World War I, Vietnam, all the way back. It's in 1776, as far as it goes back, and for every country out there. And I got to go on a rant, because that's what I do. I talk a lot, and I'm a motor mouth. So I'm out with this guy the other night, and we get to talk, and he's a customer of mine, so I'm not going to name any names, you know, for my work. And we just get to talk, and it wasn't really politics, but he starts, you know, talking about rights and wrongs and of the country, and that's something you need to tread lightly with me, because I am very fucking old-fashioned in a lot of regards. And he's talking about gay rights, or, you know, boys using girls' bathrooms or some shit, I don't know. And I said, you know what, look, this is how I am. If you're a butt dart, fucking rock and roll. You know, if you're a donut popper, meaning a lesbian, and yes, we all know I'm not PC. I'm the least PC person on the face of the planet. But if you're a pole smoker and you like tunnel diving, rock and roll. I've got no problem with that. I have had gay friends. I have had lesbian friends. It doesn't matter. But you do not need to have a parade and advertise that you are. I don't go walking down the street saying, I'm a heterosexual, give me rights. We don't. Love your country, love the people that fight for it, and appreciate that. Watch that North Korea thing that I told you about on list 25. I'm telling you, if you have any maturity to yourself at all, and you watch that, you will understand what I'm talking about, and you better shut the fuck up and appreciate this country, and appreciate the people like Zebruh FPV that are over there in Sandland, which should be a glass fucking parking lot by now, if you know anything about physics and nuclear war. You will appreciate them and the sacrifices they make. And this is for you, brother, and I promise you it's going to fly better than it looks right now. I promise. But it has been an absolute fucking laugh riot fun. I love spending time with my brother here, Blackhawk, and he's going to take it from here. So
I just want to give a big, I think Jason covered it really well. I just want to say thank you very much. All the men and women in the military, all those who've served, all those who are planning to serve or going to serve. It's a very noble thing. I myself, I tried. Unfortunately, medical reasons kept me out. But, I got to give it out to those people that do that. I mean, that is something to give up your life like you said, give up your family. You give up everything.
You do.
You can't go down to the bar anymore. You know, when you're over in the Middle East, you can't do that. You can't come home at the end of the night to your wife and kids, sleep in a comfy bed, sleep in heating and air like you're just, you know, it's not there.
Even if you're stationed in Norfolk.
Right.
You know, you're still, when the military says your boss, and that is your boss, that's what you guys do for a living, your boss says you're going to be on this, that, and whatever. You know, my brother Zebruh's out there playing with guns and whatever the fuck he's doing. And I love you for that. And the fact that you're from my hometown just makes me, that's why you're getting this bird from me, because I don't build birds for people for free, ever. But you deserve it. And I wish to God that I was wealthy enough to build one for everybody in the military that wanted to do it. I really, really, really do. And I am as Americana as it comes. And you know what? If people don't like that, or if these little politically correct cunts in the world, I mean, it just saddens me. I was raised in a very political family, so I can't help it. It does spew out. But these people that, you know, if we had this mentality in this country in 1941, we'd be speaking fucking German or Japanese right now. And the fact that we don't stand behind our military better than we do just absolutely fucking infuriates me. And you know what? The people that criticize me, and I'm sure there are some that are going to, for this, if we stood behind our military better, you wouldn't be hearing this rant.
And it's not just, it's a lot of the crap that the higher ups do is taken out on the military personnel themselves. And they are not the ones to blame for a lot of the crap that goes on.
Ever.
It is the politics.
Ever.
It is the politicians at the top. It is the crap that goes on behind closed doors, the deal making, the money, yada, yada, yada.
Well, I think nobody...
It is not the grunt on the ground that has given up all their freedoms. They are not they are the person out there trying to do what's right for you, me, and everyone else.
Absolutely. And you know what? Every day, my wife and I were talking the other day, literally yesterday. My wife is the most beautiful human being ever made. Inside now, I love her more than life. And she starts going, and when we met, she wasn't political. She didn't really think about any of that stuff, but now she's like a rag, you know. It's like she sees something in the news, like, you know. And she starts going on about this Constitution. It's like, you know, people are trying to amend the Constitution and change it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what? It's just, that is about the biggest slap in the face in the fucking world. And I remember my son, I have a son that's fairly old for my age. He's 23. And back in the day when he was in elementary school, this went on, when was that? Early 2000s maybe. There was this rant about changing the Constitution, taking out the whole "In God We Trust." Yes. Now, whether you are religious or not is irrelevant, okay? It's the fact that our country was based off of that saying, off the Constitution, off of the, what we say, the Pledge of Allegiance, "In God We Trust." And I told my son, which I want to say was in 4th or 5th grade, I said, if they tell you not to say "In God We Trust," you walk the fuck out of that class, you call me, and I will come pick you up. And I want to say this is in 2002. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But because it has nothing to do with religion. If you're religious, you believe in God, great. If you don't, great. That's your choice, because people like Zebruh are out there fighting for us. We have that choice, okay? But I told my son, I said, it has nothing to do with God. It's the fact that that's what this country was based off of. And if you don't respect where you live, get the fuck out. And if you don't appreciate that, get off my channel. It's that easy. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. It's right and wrong. Look at that North Korea shit. And then look at your child. Look at your girlfriend. Look at your family. Look at the liberties that you have. That's why we are able to do this. That's why I am able to go out and do what I do for a living. That's why Blackhawk does what he does. I have traveled the world over a few times in my career. I've been to 15, 17 countries and 42 states doing what I do for a living. And I have seen the world a little bit. I'm not all-knowing, but I have seen that, oh my fucking God, we have it good. I was talking to a friend of mine at Honda the other day who is from, where's Schwarzenegger from?
Oh, Austria.
Austria. He's from Austria. He's a robot guy like me. And we got to talk and became great friends. Actually, I'm going to send this video to him. And really sweet guy, but he's like, everything that we make, 50% of our salary goes straight to taxes. End game. He pays $6,000 a year in license and insurance for his car. $6,000. That's not the car payment, nothing else. It's and I was telling him, we're outside having, he's having a smoke. I wish I could, and I'm having my little fucking digital gay thing. And I said, you know what? People in this country, my country, don't know how fucking good we have it because a lot of us haven't been out of the country.
Right.
I've been to northern Finland. I've been to the butt crack of Russia. I've been to South America. I've been to Mexico. I've been all these places. It's like, and every time I come home, I grab my wife's ass and it's like, oh my God, I am so fucking thankful for what I have. And that's my rant. I'm sorry. That's what I do. I talk too much. But this is for Zebruh. This is for everybody in our military ever that has served. From my dad, from bar one, I wish I could build you all one, but this is going to him because he drew the shortest straw from being from Elkhart, Indiana. Sorry, brother. And tomorrow you'll see the setup for this, and I'll be a little bit more sober. So, Blackhawk, any parting?
No, I think you covered it pretty well. Biggest thing is just thank you, all our military personnel. Thank you for everyone that's done what you've done. And not just ours, but all over the world. Thank you to those who put their lives to the side to fight for what's right, not just for them, but for the people around them, and keeping the people around them safe and making sure they have what they need.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much. And guys, thank you for watching. I know it's been a ramble. It's been a half-assed build. But I promise you it's going to fly. I'm going to show you flight footage. I'm going to clean it up a little bit because, honestly, I wanted Zebruh and his boys to see some fun. It's not all about the build. Anybody can build a quad. Seriously, if you can put Legos together. And if you can't, call me. I will help you. And anybody that wants to get in touch with me, download, what the fuck is that app that I use? Not texting, Google, what the fuck is it?
It's not Google Talk.
No. Anyway, yeah, I'm using my phone to record this, so I can't tell you that. Anyway, drank too much. But anyway, tomorrow I will tell you what app that is, and just look up JJ Roto Geek, Google Groups or whatever the fuck it is. And JJ Roto Geek, please text me because a lot of people message me on my YouTube, and I kind of miss some of them because it's really hard to catch up with all that because my channel's growing a little bit more than I thought it would, honestly. I just wanted like 20 buddies to talk to, and it ended up being a little bit bigger. But please, groups.
Google Groups.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it
GG.
is. Yeah, whatever. Look up JJ Roto Geek, and yeah. Seriously, I know this is a drunken rant, but it's fun. And I will talk to every single person that messages me. It drives my wife nuts, but it's about community. It's about the Joshua Bardwells. It's about the Blackhawks. It's about the Roto Geeks. It's about the Quad Fathers, all these great guys. And peace out and have a good time. Take care.